So my inquiry question is, did tanks change the way people fought in World War I? Well, first off, we're only going to look into the British, since there were different versions of the tank built by different countries. Here we have the Mark IV tank, also known as the Mark IV tank. Its first model, the Mark I tank, was later improved with different versions, which led to the Mark IV tank. The Mark IV tank evolved from these errors and flaws to make it more efficient on the battlefield. The designer of this tank is Major Walter Gordon Wilson, and this tank was first introduced in 1917 during the Battle of Messines Ridge. Even though this tank was to be made more effective on the battlefield, there were still some problems that had to be dealt with. Tanks would get stuck in the mud or trenches and could not exceed more than 4 miles per hour, so this is what happened to these tanks. The true effectiveness of this tank was passing through barbed wire, since this was placed almost anywhere on the battlefield. The best known tank battle in history was the Battle of Cambrai, which was a British-German offensive attack, which was located in Cambrai, France, all during November 20th, 1917. An example of a German tank used in the battle was called the Mephisto, also known as the German A7V tank. If you're wondering, here's what it looks like to operate the tank with other operators in it. Also, one more thing to add, during battle, operators inside the tanks would need to send urgent messages if needed, but didn't have the technology necessary. Instead, they had a pigeon which would tie a message to their leg and send it off back to base, where they would acquire the message and proceed with the mission.